Good morning, everyone. This is Lori McGuire from McGuire Team in beautiful South Orange County, California. And I hope you don't mind, but I'm doing my hiking while I am doing my live Facebook video, getting a couple things done at the same time. Need to get my exercise in. And I love to say hi to my friends out there. I get extremely motivated when I do these videos, and if you've been hanging out with me for a while, hey Stuart, good to see you. You know that I do a lot of hiking videos. I actually put lipstick on this time because last night I actually made an announcement that I was doing this Facebook Live video, and I've never done that before, so I never get nervous doing Facebook Live videos. I just do them. But last night I actually got nervous and I really couldn't sleep, which is not like me. So anyway, you're catching me with maybe 3.5 hours of sleep. So if I say some, off the wall comments, it's just me being a little giddy. So my topic is really important today. And it's about, and I wrote a couple little notes, but I'm not going to read off my notes. 10 simple ways to sell your home fast. But first I want to tell you a quick funny story. Something that people who have known me for years don't even know the story about me. One of the reasons why I started this 7-day challenge, I mentioned it in my last 2 live videos, and I've been doing them at 6:30 a.m. And by the way, I had to make a little pit stop because my little dog is doing her business, but I'm not going to let you see that. If you notice in the background, that's the Pacific Ocean. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm giving you a different vantage point today. I'm hiking in the different direction. Dawn, oh my gosh, so great to see you. So I'm going to pick up after my dog, be a responsible dog owner, but I am going to show a different vantage point so you are not seeing one thing. And I will kind of flip the camera around so you can see the Pacific Ocean even more. Here we go. Okay, there we go. It's not as bright the other direction, but you will see that is the ocean. The sun is coming out because obviously it is still early morning here. And Angelica, thank you so much for joining. And Cindy, it's so good to see you. Haven't talked to you in a long time. Okay, so I'm picking up after my dog. You are not noticing a thing. And then I'm going to circle back to me, and I will get on with my topic. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm just going to show you the rest of the trail so you can see how beautiful. By the way, these homes on the left hand, or actually on the right hand side of me, are absolutely stunning. This is a neighborhood called Coronado Point in Laguna Niguel, and they have the most incredible views. I mean, look at that. This is what they see every day. And they have the Pacific Ocean. They could literally walk outside of their backyards. They all have little gates out here, and they can jump on a hiking trail. And this hiking trail, let me flip it back to me. Okay, hello again. Oh, Dawn, I'm definitely going to call you. We have to stay in touch. Dawn and I, by the way, have known each other for, Dawn, how many years has it been? I think 20 years. I don't know, maybe 20. It's been a long time. Back in the RE/MAX conventions. And Dawn is a top producer in the Arizona area. Awesome producer. That's the one great thing. I have to have my dog's sweater is coming off, so I forget that. Okay, so one awesome thing about going to all these great conventions and networking with top agents around the world, we all learn from each other. And it's a big community, but it's also a small community where, I might lose touch with someone for 10 years and all of a sudden I see them again. So it's really awesome. But anyway, getting back to why I started this challenge. Okay, I just thought I'm always trying to challenge myself. And I was listening to some really great books over the weekend, Audible books, and I thought, well, I need to push my limits a little bit more. Not that I don't already push my limits, but I thought, okay, I'm going to do a 7-day challenge where I am going to go on Facebook Live every morning at 6:30 a.m. Because first of all, that will make me do my hiking, because I do them on the hiking trail. So I figure if any of you buyers or sellers in Orange County are wanting to hire me or my team to work with us, I'm always going to look better than this, because I'm not wearing any makeup, except I did put lipstick on today for all of you, and I do have permanent makeup on, so I do recommend that to women. Just get permanent makeup done, then you wake out of bed, you don't have to put your eyeliner on, you don't have to do your eyebrows. It's wonderful. I should really do it for my lips though. Enough of that. You men are probably rolling your eyes. Okay, so getting back to this challenge, I promise I'm going to talk about this real estate topic because it's very important to the consumers out there. So the 7-day challenge. I remember when I was in junior high school, and let me try to show you the ocean here. Okay, when I was in junior high school, my mother got a position at Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, and we had to move in the middle of school year. And at that time, my sisters were kind of acting up a little bit. I can say that because it was my sisters, it wasn't me, of course. I was the good child. But they went to go live with my dad. So we were separated, which was actually really hard on me. At first I thought, oh great, I have my mom to myself. And my parents were divorced when I was a year old, so it's not like they got divorced during that time. But my sisters went to go live with my dad in Palm Springs, and then I stayed with my mom. So my mother moved us from Brentwood in Los Angeles area to a place called La Cañada, Flint Ridge, if you happen to know where that is in California. And what was really tough was it was in the middle of a school year. And for all you people out there, when you probably remember being in the military kids, or you have children right now where they've moved from one location to another, and it can be really challenging when they've already had a set of friends, and especially if they've moved in the middle of the year, because everyone is in their social cliques and all that, especially at junior high school age. It's kind of like that. So I went to this junior high school. It was called Foothill Intermediate School. La Cañada Foothill Intermediate School. I still remember. And you have to understand, I was really shy at that time. You can't tell right now. I made up for lost time. But I was the type of person that you had to come up to me to talk. I was so shy. And so something happened with that move, even though I think it was a little bit, I wouldn't say traumatic. It really pushed me to get out of my shell. I think I realized at that point I had to rely, I love my mom, and I think, she did what was best for me and for her career and everything, but I had to rely on myself to make friends, and I realized it was up to me to do something about this. And I wanted to be popular. At that age, you want to be popular. It's all about popularity in school. I just remember that. So glad I'm not into all that now. But anyway, so I remember I got in the beginning of in the middle of the school year, and they had elections for like president, for vice president, for secretary. And it was for the coming, semester or something like that, for the next year. And I thought, I don't know what made me think this, I'm going to run for president of the entire school. I did not know one person. I just went home. I think I made up my mind to do that to shock my mom, just to see what her reaction would be. And I went home and I did shock my mom. But then I actually signed up for it. And I did my own posters, and the election was the very next week. I don't even think I had anyone help me get my posters out there. I think I was doing my own posters. And I remember stepping up to, in this auditorium of all these students and teachers. I may have met one student, but no, I had to go up to students and introduce myself and say, hi, I'm Laurie McGuire, I'm running for president. Or like, who the heck are you? But I still remember going up on stage in the auditorium, and I just started going into my speech because I was so nervous. And I totally forgot to tell them what my name was, who I was. And it was the funniest thing. But needless to say, I never won president, but I made a lot of friends from it. So it's just this fun little story. That was when I started breaking out of my shell. And I think ever since that moment, I started making little challenges for myself. And I didn't even know what motivational books were back then. This was, when I don't even know what is the age of when you're in 8th grade? I don't even know what that is because I don't have children, but I love children. So I still look back at that and go, wow, that is incredible, I did that. So I recommend tell all your children to run for president when they're very shy. It will break them out of their shell little by little. Okay, enough of that. So my real estate topic. So these are the 10 things. So let me get out my wonderful notes again, but I promise I won't read them because I got this idea about the notes from Trulia. I actually get a lot of really good articles on Trulia, and anyway, I think I lost my notes on the road, but I remember everything. So this is why Facebook Live is really exciting, isn't it? I have no notes, but I remember everything. Okay, first tip with getting your home sold right away. You choose the right realtor, of course. So, and the reason why I'm starting with a realtor, I could be starting with other things, is because the realtor will help you put together everything. So, a lot of times you want to start with like decluttering, but just have the realtor come over and interview. I always recommend interviewing at least 2 realtors because realtors may have a different approach. Obviously, everyone has a different approach to marketing. I just hiked up a hill, so that's why I sound a little out of breath. And so that is, like I said yesterday, a hiker's prerogative to be out of breath while hiking up hills. So with a realtor, it doesn't matter if you have clutter. I've gone into properties where even the beds haven't been made. I tell the sellers, don't worry, just let me come in and see it. I will see your home through my realtor eyes on how it can become when we're about to put it on the market. Because some sellers, they don't want me to come out for weeks because they want to get it all ready and everything. But what I try to tell them is that I can help you with this. Let me put a list together because maybe you're planning on over improving it to go on the market. Because a lot of times I talk to sellers and they're saying, oh, hello, I'm back again. The magic of reconnection. As I was saying, with sellers, I say, or they tell me, oh, but before you come out, we're going to remodel, we're going to redo the kitchen, we're going to redo the backyard. But what I recommend, and there's a lot of great realtors on this Facebook Live video right now that are from all over the country. And you can look them up, by the way, because many of them are in the top 1% in the country because I associate with the top 1%. But anyway, and give a thumbs up, you top 1%ers out there. But what I wanted to say is that we can piece it together for you because maybe you don't have to remodel your kitchen. Maybe you're not going to get the return for it. Maybe it's a matter of putting little handles on your cabinets. Maybe it's a matter of just painting, put new carpet in. Or maybe you just haven't cleaned your carpets in a very long time and they just need a really deep cleaning. So first of all, hire a realtor. I'll talk about the staging, decluttering thing in just a little bit. I'm going up another hill, by the way. You can probably see that. There we go. So with a realtor, the type of things that you want to look for is, first of all, their experience. You know how many homes do they normally sell per year? And what experience do they have in your area, in your city, in your neighborhood? Are they familiar with everything? Good morning, good job. Another runner here. So, not necessarily that you have to go with a neighborhood specialist. A lot of times I'm up against a neighborhood specialist, and I'm sure you top realtors, come across this all the time too, where there's one person that may sell, 12 homes a year in one neighborhood, and they look like the superstar. They totally look like a superstar in that neighborhood because those neighbors are getting flyers all the time dropped off at their door, and they're seeing that they're selling all the homes in that neighborhood, but that's all they're focusing on, and they're not reaching out to all the other cities and all the other neighborhoods to attract buyers. And so it's really important not to just get the track record in the neighborhood, but to get the track record throughout the city, throughout maybe multiple cities. And also in regards to your realtor, what kind of guarantee are they going to give you? Now, some realtors don't like it when I mention this, but I've offered a listing back guarantee for ever since I got into real estate. And I hate to say how many years I've been in real estate, but I got in real estate when I was 21 years old. So it's 30 years, okay? And I've always offered a listing back guarantee. So literally, if you're not happy with my service, you can cancel the listing with a 2-week notice, because I need to have the opportunity to satisfy your complaints, your concerns, and obviously if we've shown your property, and this is before an open escrow, of course, too, I want to make sure that my buyers are protected. Do we ever have cancellations? It's probably once every couple. I'm going to be really frank and honest with you. Is it a cancellation? Maybe once a year, once every couple years, where it's just a client that, and a lot of people working with the public. I always say there's probably 1 out of 20 people that are absolutely crazy, and I hate to say this, but people who work for the public will agree with me. 1 out of 20 people, and I'm not saying about any of you that are on Facebook with me, 1 out of 20 people are absolutely loco, and there is nothing you could do to please them, and they're just this way with anyone. And sometimes I really know this when I'm on the listing appointment, but I keep thinking, no, I can do it. I know I'll be the magical realtor for them. And you could kind of get signals that they are this way because they say right off the bat, I hate realtors. I've had a bad experience with 5 realtors. So it's like, that's a warning signal right there. But I'll go for it. But that's maybe 1 out of 20. Now, there's another 2 out of 20 people that are kind of difficult. They can be very difficult. But when you win them over, they're your best referral source. They're amazing. They love you to death, and then all their friends and family think you're the greatest because if you satisfied them, they know you are amazing. So I love those people that are difficult that I can win over. But the ones that are crazy, I don't like because I've worked too hard in this business, and I feel that I can choose who I work with now, and I don't want anyone to disrupt our harmony in our team because I have the most amazing team. I have 9, there's 9 of us, and everyone works so hard, and we're really into customer service. So enough of that, and by the way, thank you, Vanda, for showing up, and Dave and Steven. It's so great to have you here. And for those of you who don't live in California, or live in very cold weather right now. Aren't you jealous right now? You could be living here in California, in South Orange County, and enjoying this kind of weather. And I am not even bundled up. I have just a sweater on, and I am just hiking away. This is how wonderful it is here. Okay, so getting back to realtors. This is why I originally was going to start with 10 points, but I disclosed to everyone the way I talk, because I go off in tangents all the time on these live videos. And by the way, when I go on listing appointments, I don't talk this fast. I slow down to the rate of speech that the other person is talking. At least I really try to do that. So if they're talking slow, I talk slow. Otherwise, I would drive them batty, as you could probably tell. But with Facebook Live videos, I just talk and talk and talk. Because also I'm hiking too. So my adrenaline's up and everything. So with realtors, okay. When you're looking for a realtor, so you're getting their track record, you're getting their history, what type of marketing are they doing? You want to look at their website, really key. Like when I'm looking for a realtor to refer business out to in another state, I will go to my elite group first of realtors, my TF elite group, yay! And I will look at a lot of people in my database, and we send referrals out like almost daily. We sent out 2 yesterday that were awesome in Lincoln Park, and then one was Lincoln Park and one was where was it? Florida. So I always look at their website. I even go on Yelp. I go on Zillow. I look at reviews. So you always want to look at the reviews, but you have to be so careful with reviews. I don't know if you saw last Friday, the 11 o'clock news showed how people buy reviews. And there are some people, and I'm not saying for realtors, but companies that, you see like there's 300 reviews. And I have even seen with realtors where they've had 20 sales in the last year and they have 100 reviews. And I'm like going, how can that happen? I mean, are they just having all their family sending reviews? How are they doing this? So I'm really fortunate because, we get a review from literally everyone we close escrow with. But it's really weird because they're usually sending us thank you cards and sending us emails. But then I know I need to be like sending them, we'll send them an email saying, hey, can you send, you want to put it on a Zillow review thing? But if they don't do it, I'm not going to hound them. But, we do have a lot of reviews, but and combine 165 reviews between all the websites. But I don't have 300 reviews. So it's kind of weird. I just don't know how that happens. But maybe you realtors out there can give me some tips. How do you get so many reviews? Okay. I promise I'm going to keep talking about real estate. So, and then also what you want to talk about are the most important things, I think, with a realtor: connection. Who are you connecting with? Because, it could be raw company. All of us belong to great companies. I mean, I've been with RE/MAX for over 25 years. Before that, I was with Coldwell Banker. I know all the other companies are awesome. Bert, good to see you. Ashley, great to see you. Ernie, awesome. We all have really great companies, but it's the personal relationship you have with your realtor. That is what the most important thing is. And then you have to find out how often are they going to be communicating with you. Like we establish, what's the best method of communication with our, that the sellers would like. And then my listing manager and I will set up a day each week, if this is what the seller prefers, and we'll have a conference call with our seller, just to go over every little bit in the listing. And obviously they have full access, where they have my cell phone number, they have my listing manager's cell phone number, they can call the office, because we're open 7 days a week. But, your personal relationship with your realtor and how you feel about that realtor is the most important thing, because that trust is really key. Also, look at the previous sales. Janine is my star sales partner besides Danielle and Kiki. They're awesome. Janine's my cousin as well. She's been with me for 11 years. So thanks for joining me, Janine. And no, I'm not going to add you. My girls at my office, my ladies, they're always afraid to go on Facebook Live because they think I'm going to put them on live. I said, no, the only way to put you on live is if I say push add and you have to accept. It's so funny. So I'm always kidding around with them. So, and then in the meetings, I'm not kidding around. I'm going to put us all on Facebook Live. They're like, ah. So it's a personal relationship. And then also, what kind of marketing are they going to be doing? So, are they doing international marketing? How are they reaching out? Now, the MLS automatically reaches out to lots of websites. Are they doing anything on top of that? What type of photography are they doing? See examples of it. Are they using professional photographers? If you go in and you look at some of their maybe previous, look at their Zillow properties and see how they're being marketed. Like, are the photos looking good? Are there more than 6 photos at a time? Because studies show that if you have more than 6 photos, you're going to double the amount of people who are viewing your property. Good morning. Yeah, so, and also you want to make sure the photographer is using the wide angle lenses. And you have drone photography with certain properties. You don't need that with condos unless the condos are in a really unique area, overlooking a lake, what have you. And the write-ups. You want to see examples of everything. By the way, I'm going up another hill, so if you hear my breath going, it's because of that. So just get examples of everything. And of course the testimonials are really important. What I like to do is when I've sold a home in their neighborhood, I will, many times call one of the homeowners that I've sold a home to in that neighborhood ahead of time and ask them if I could get on a call with them while I'm at the listing appointment. And then that goes over really well with the seller, because many times they know that person, especially if I sold the home, within the last year. And they're like, oh, Susie? Oh my gosh. And then Susie will get on the phone, oh yeah, Lori did such a great job. She got us 40,000 more, whatever. So that helps. And I wrote down a whole bunch of things, but of course my little sheet of paper blew away on the trail. But I can always send you or email you or make it available on my app an entire list of questions to ask your realtor when you're interviewing, because there's quite a bit, but interview at least 2 agents. I tell this to even my family members. Don't go with a realtor who's from outside of your area. I could have listed a home in Bel Air a week ago. Bel Air, it would have been a $15 million home. Now, do I have a great realtor for the Bel Air? Yes. Just had someone try to text me. And I know you're out there right there. So I'm already queuing it up to refer the listing to this realtor. So I've already connected, but Bel Air is too far away from where I live. Now, perhaps I could work out a 50-50 with this realtor. That's something, maybe that's a possibility. I haven't done that before. But the most important thing is to service the seller to the very best realtor there, who I will. So obviously I wouldn't think about not referring this listing. But like even for my friends and family, when they say, hey, I have a property in, my Burbank, my sister, will you sell it? No, I will not sell it, even though you're my sister. because that is an hour and a half away from my marketplace. I am doing you a disservice. You need to list with, actually, her daughter is now in real estate, Jacqueline Carver. So you need a great realtor in Toluca Lake area. Jacqueline Carver is my niece, and she actually worked for me for quite a few years before she moved to Toluca Lake. So also buyers, really important. There are so many buyers. Okay, I'm getting off the tangent with the listings though, but we get so many offers from realtors who are outside the area, and they're representing buyers that are friends and all that, and they're like from 2 hours away, and they don't know the area. Now, sure, I do honor their offers because I have fiduciary responsibility, to the seller, but is it in the buyer's best interest to work with their friend who doesn't know the area? No, because how does that friend know everything about, what has happened in the development in the past, if it's the right area for their buyer? Yeah, I just wouldn't do that. So, okay, getting back to number 2, and I promise I'm going to try to, I don't even know how many minutes it's been because it doesn't say on this Facebook thing. So, but I'll just keep talking. So the second item for making sure your home sells right away is the decluttering part, which I was mentioning in the very beginning. So with decluttering, that also comes hand in hand with staging, accessorizing. So first thing is decluttering. So I recommend, a lot of people say, good morning. A lot of people say, well, gosh, I have way too many things. There's nothing I could do with it. I have to keep all my stuff, and they're very attached to their items. Oh my gosh. And here, I own a staging company. We can stage literally a 10,000 square foot estate tomorrow. We have all the staging, accessorizing, and we include that in our listing fee. But people are resistant at times. I have to tread very lightly with some of the older people because they're very attached to their items. But I can literally show statistics about how much more they will get if they stage. And I'll give you an example. We listed and sold 2 homes within a month apart from each other. Literally in the same neighborhood, same square footage, same condition, the houses. They both backed up to a main street. The first seller was very open to staging. Said, hey, you do whatever you want to do. We'll take our stuff out. We'll sell it on Craigslist. You just make it look like a model home. Good job. Good morning. Good weightlifting. And they were such a delight. No, and the other ones were really great too. But the second people, they said, oh yeah, we're open to staging. But every time we brought things in, no, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. No, we have to keep this. We have to keep that. No. So by the time, after days and days, they literally had to keep most of their stuff, which was old looking. And I hate to say that, but it was. To make a long story short, the first people got $50,000 more for their home. We sold it $50,000 above list price. Same exact home. It's actually a worse time in the market. It was like December when we sold their home. Maybe it was right around the holidays. And then the other people, they got $15,000 above list price. They still got above list price, but it was only $15,000 above list price. But they were so resistant to staging, and I just kept thinking, if only I could have taken control and knocked some. No, I don't want to say knock some sense. I'm not saying knock some sense, but sometimes I go in and I just want people to realize that once they put their home on the market, it's not their home anymore. It's a house, and it's all about a business. It's a business still at that point. And You know, I know you have so many amazing memories in your home. My dog is doing her business again, but you're not going to see. But you really, your goal is to get on with your life. And I try to remind people that, you know, my job as your realtor is to net you the highest price possible and to make it as stress-free as possible. And I can do that, first of all, if we're priced right, and if we stage your property, or at least accessorize it, and we have to make sure that it literally looks like a model home when it's on the market. Because I can guarantee you that most of the homes out there aren't going to look as great as yours. And we have like a list of, you know, like 40 little tips on how to make it look that way. I mean, just getting right down to how to make it look lighter and brighter, and, you know, and just the curb appeal, every little thing you could imagine. And actually our average last year in Laguna Niguel, we sold on average above list price. So you are doing awesomely. Very good. I have a lot of friends on the hiking trail. So I always have to encourage them, and they always encourage me. Okay, so I'm just going to look down for a second. I have to clean up after my dog. So thanks for putting up with this. I'm going to move the camera to the other. So now you can see, look how beautiful that is. Okay, so this is the canyon. Here's the canyon. And I am just trying to find where my dog did her business. Oh, there we go. And then I'll get back on the phone. Okay, and you are not witnessing anything that would gross you out. Okay, but look, isn't this a great trail? Look at that. Okay, so with this one trail, and this could literally go on for many, many, many miles. But the one trail I'm on, and I hope you can hear me, is 2 miles one way and 2 miles the other way. But then it connects to another trail, and that can go another, gosh, I think it's 3 miles, and then another 3 miles back. So you can go all the way down to Laguna Beach. Okay, so let me just tie up my bag and then I'm done. This is how live Facebook videos are with me with hiking. Okay, I'm just gonna hold them back. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna flip it back. Hello again. Okay, so my dog did her business. Done. Good. So staging. So Mona, good morning. So good to see you. And Mona helps me out with a lot of our open houses, and she does an amazing job. So thank you. Got another text message up here. I should have turned that darn thing off before I started this. Okay, so in regards to staging, I'm still on my second point, and this is decluttering and staging. So with decluttering, with realtors out there, you can just talk your clients into getting a pod. You know, if they can't put all of their stuff in their garage, and that's what a lot of times I try to talk my clients into, just put your stuff in your garage. Get it out of your house, you know, like that. You know, a lot of times they have a lot of accessory, any room set. They have an old couch or whatever, and just get it in the garage. And then from there, they could either, if they want to keep it, they could keep it there, or from that point, we could think about putting it on Craigslist and selling it. My team even does that, or, you know, full concierge service where we'll even post on Craigslist for them, you know, their items to sell. Well, welcome back, everyone. I figured if I stayed long enough, the connection would come back. At least I'm getting my exercise. So anyway, with the decluttering, you can get a pod. Okay, now the huge pods that are like 10 feet by 15 feet, at least in Orange County, and they are the movable pods. They can run up about $450 a month. Most of the time you don't need such an expensive pod, but it's kind of great if the people just put their furniture in there and then they're ready to move their pod to their next destination. And many times when I convince people to put their homes on the market at a really good price, you know, at not a below market price, at a fair market price, they do the staging, you know, it's show ready, it's going to sell within the first week, 2 weeks, depending upon the price point. Even in the high price points, if it's a compelling home, it will sell. You know, the one expression that we agents know, if it's not compelling, it's not selling. So just keep that in mind. If your home is not selling, it's not compelling. And oh, by the way, the gentleman back of me has the most well-behaved dog. Amazing dog. So just want to share. I've been sharing on Facebook Live how amazing your dog is. What kind of dog do you have?
She's a Beastie Lab mix.
Beautiful dog. See, everyone, that's a beautiful dog. Okay, and you always have such great control over your dog. Have a great day. Sorry, just had to say that. Okay, but anyway, so in regards to decluttering as well, so pod, get everything out in the garage, have them park their cars not in or you sellers. I would never recommend parking your cars in the driveway. Park your cars across the street. You know, just tell your neighbors, hey, we're going on the market. Do you mind if we park our cars across the street for a while? Good morning, and I love your little doggy. See, I'm on Facebook Live, so everyone gets to see you. Yes, and he's on the trail every day. He's wonderful. Okay, talk to you soon. Okay. I have a lot of buddies on the trail with me. Jump park in the driveway, because a lot of times when people love your home, they drive by it at night, and they drive by it all the time, and you don't want them to see your cars out in front. So that's really important. So you can always put it in a pod, or better yet, if you list with us, I own a 14-foot moving truck that you can use absolutely free, and the storage facilities are less expensive than pods. So you can move your stuff in a storage facility until you figure things out. So that's another thing right there. A funny thing happened, like getting back to the marketing. You know, you want that realtor that you hire to be really into marketing, and that they reach out not just to your local area and not just throughout the United States, but worldwide. So we even developed, we advertise heavily in China because there's a lot of Chinese buyers out here. And I have a Chinese interpreter on my team. I work closely with the Chinese realtor here. We have a Chinese assistant in Hong Kong as well. And so we're doing social media in China. We do it out here. We advertise in a Chinese magazine for all our properties that people look at. But it was the strangest thing that happened, because usually sellers really want to make sure that you're going after international business, and they always bring up China. But the strangest thing happened to me yesterday. I was following up with a seller lead, and the lady had called a couple days ago, and she said, I want to list with Lori McGuire. I saw her Realtor.com reviews and everything, and I know she's the right one to go with. And my listing manager sent her, you know, all the marketing and everything, and I left her a message. I left her a few messages. She never called me back. And I thought, what the heck is going on? So I got in touch with her yesterday, and she said, oh, we decided to list with a family friend. And I said, oh my gosh, you know, well, no problem. You know, is there anything that I could have done better? Because I always want to know, you know, is there anything that maybe there was miscommunication in my office? Is there something I could have done better? And she said, well, to be honest with you, when I got your marketing information, I was really turned off that you market heavily to the Chinese. And I was like, what? So, you know, you're not going to please all the people all the time. Because she went on a tirade about how Chinese are taking over America. So I just went, well, you know, I'm sorry that you feel that way. You know, I have a responsibility to get my listings out to the largest amount of people. And, you know, it's a fact that Chinese are purchasing, and they're, you know, we happen to sell a lot of properties to Chinese, and I'm going to do whatever I can to my sellers, but I wish you all the very best. And I probably wouldn't have wanted to work with her anyway. And I never bring politics or anything into any of my real estate stuff, but I just thought it was, at least she wasn't turning down me, but she was turning down type of marketing I was doing. That was kind of bizarre. I don't know if any of you have experienced that. So I covered 2 points so far. Now I'm heading back up the trail, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose some of you, but I'll go through another point. Gosh, I feel bad. I'm talking so much. I just go on round and round on things. Okay, some more tips on how to make your home show ready. Okay, little tips. Okay, one is curb appeal. It's really important to have great curb appeal. So flowers. I know we're like in California, we have to be very careful about water consumption and everything. So a lot of people are doing the desert scenes. It's not really appealing though when you're selling a home. So just when you put your home on the market, I recommend put the flowers out. Get some flowers. We have a great gardener, really inexpensive, and he just knows exactly what type of flowers I like. I just say do the normal stuff, get a good quote, put it in. If you have a backyard, just put sod down, or put, maybe some really good succulents. And there's some other inexpensive routes to take, but especially if the selling point is the backyard. Let's say it's a really great backyard, but you have dirt. That is where you need to put some money in, because you're going to get it out. So you always have to figure out, like when I go through a home, I always ask, well, what are like the 3 top selling points of this home? Good morning. And how can we capitalize on these 3 top selling points? So one of the selling points could be, how amazing, like I said, the backyard is, how amazing the view is, and how private the location is or something. So we capitalize on those things. Or it could be, good morning, Danielle. That's another one of my star sales partners. Great. And Danielle wrote up an offer yesterday for one of our great buyers on one of our listings. And Janine has the listing. And I think we have 3 offers on it. And that home, by the way, it's Janine's listing. It was on the market for over a year with another realtor for $1.85 million, $1,850,000. And Janine and our team listed it only, a few weeks ago. We have 3 offers now. Woohoo! We staged it, and Janine's been working really hard. And we've been doing very creative marketing. So, very, very proud of my team. And I think the seller is going to reap the rewards. And our buyer that we have an offer on the table is really excited about the home. But the bottom line is, this is what I tell every seller. It doesn't matter if it's our buyer or another buyer, because many times we're bringing in the offer. We want to make sure we're protecting your best interest at all times. So, we're not going to try to sway one of our buyers to, oh my gosh, 4 offers, Janine. Awesome. Great jobs. Very good job. But we're never going to try to influence you to accept our buyer's offer. But at least when it's our own buyer, we're able to show them that we don't overprice listings and how much we believe in the listing and that we can stand behind it. So that's why it's really easy for us to sell our own listings. And I really apologize for being out of breath, but I'm going to show you the hill I'm walking up right now. Okay. And it's, granted, it's not a really steep, it's kind of steep, but I only got 3.5 hours of sleep last night. So, and I hike all the time. But when you're talking a lot, not breathing, like I am, it kind of gets to you. So, I'm just telling all of you, since you're my witnesses out there, if I pass out here, Janine, you know where I'm at. You can get me. I'm kidding. Well, and what's really amazing, turning around here, this is the exact spot, actually just up the hill a little bit. I'll turn around. Right up there, in those bushes, is where my little dog, Juno, ran into those bushes when I did not have her on a leash, shame on me, and she got bitten by a rattlesnake. So that was about the same time last year. I guess this is, I think it's either this month or next month when the rattlesnakes, the little baby rattlesnakes, start coming into play, where the rattlesnakes are breeding. So they are the most dangerous. She almost died from that. So all you dog lovers, please be careful right now. And there's a vaccine you can get which will slow down the venom from getting to their heart. It'll slow it down by like half as much. And I'm going to get it from my vet. But there's also rattlesnake classes out there. So I just always want to give advice on things. So there's that. Okay, other tips for when you're selling your home. I love talking about real estate. I could talk about real estate all day long. That's why I never get tired of real estate, doing it for 30 years. And I just never see myself retiring, because there's always something new in real estate. It's never the same day, ever. So a little tip I learned for smell. You always want to appeal to all the senses with a home. Sight, sound, smell. Put vanilla extract on your light bulbs and then turn them on. And then the house will smell like baked cookies. That's an inexpensive way of having air fresheners. And good morning, ladies. And learned that trick from Tommy Hopkins a long time ago, for you who've been in real estate many years. And then, the recessed lighting. Well, first of all, you always want lots and lots of lights. Really bright, bright, bright. You never want someone to walk into your home when the lights are off. You want every light in your home to be on. You want all the blinds to be open, all the curtains to be open. You want it to be the most magical home on the market. You want it to look so festive and alive, and that they could visualize themselves living there, and it's a very cheerful home. So you can up your wattage on your light bulbs throughout your home. So that's one tip. Another tip that we did on a home, I learned this from my handyman. With the can lights, he actually pulled the light bulbs out a little bit so they weren't in as much, and that brought up the light in all the rooms, which is really amazing. So just little tips. And then when you are listing homes that have dogs, cats, or actually the sellers, you may not recognize that there's a smell. So you want one of your friends to come over and tell you if they can smell anything. Because even me, I have a dog, and I wouldn't know if there's a smell or not, because I'm used to it. But have your neighbor come over, have a friend, talk to the realtors, of course, that you're interviewing. And then you always want to hide the dog beds, hide the dog bowls during showings, because some people are sensitive to animals. And you could put those Glade plugins in. There's a lot of things, not that you're trying to, mask things, but you're just trying to have your place smell good, like you're throwing a party. And I always recommend when you're doing an evening showing, turn the lights down a little bit for mood, because then they could visualize themselves at a party, like doing a party. And evening showings are really good. They get people over the edge. So anyway, I think I've done a lot today with talking, and I hope I certainly haven't bored you. And I will continue this discussion tomorrow. I think I only covered like 3 points out of my 10, and I promise tomorrow I will cover some really good information. It'll be worth it for you to tune in. So remember, for South Orange County, California, we work Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, all the different areas, San Clemente, San Juan. I have an amazing team, and everything's guaranteed. I think I put my information at the top. Please feel free to reach out to us, or if you have any questions at all. And I look forward to hopefully talking to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.